it's Tamika. I was just coming by to do an update. My last update video, I was pretty excited about it in terms of like the pictures and the other videos. But things didn't quite work out like I planned because I tried to load it up on my program. I think it's Window Movie Maker, and it was hard to convert the videos because it was pictures from my phone, videos from my phone, and videos from my webcam. So with all that going on, it wouldn't do it. So I'm just gonna post the videos individually of our vacations. Not much. Well, I guess not vacation, but our trying to conceive journey in New York. So yeah, if anybody can suggest like a better program that they use to make their videos, that would be helpful. Because I'm kind of at a loss and new to this. So anyway, so I was a little bummed out at the end of my last video because when I went to New Hope, I hadn't ovulated yet, and we can say that my hypothesis or what I found online was right because I got a call on Friday basically saying that I had ovulated. I actually got blood work done Friday, and then they called me and told me that I had ovulated and to go ahead and to start my Beriva. So it was kind of frustrating. It was really stressful because I'm with Kaiser Permanente, and how they work is you go get blood work done, and then once they have the results, they email them to you, or they basically or you get an email saying they're ready. You can go into the portal. So Friday was the last day of my term. So I'm working on. I like to wait till the last minute to do everything. So I'm working on two papers: paper for finance, paper for ethics, and they're both like 15 to 20 pages long. And so working on those feverishly. Time is ticking down. So I get an email from Kaiser basically saying that my results are done. So I'm like, oh. A small part of me is like, you probably don't want to check your results, or you're gonna be freaking out. So I get on, I check them, I see them, and I don't really know how to read the results. So I'm just like, they look low. So I started doing research, and the research that I'm finding is saying that I hadn't ovulated. But then I look at my progesterone, which was like 28.8, and I'm just like, well, the last time I had a progesterone test, it was 12, and they said I ovulated. So if this is 28.8, that might be a good indicator. So then I could focus on school for another hour. Then I was back at, researching, trying to see if I ovulated, because New Hope didn't call until like 4. So I'm going through this from 1 through like 4. So it was kind of funny. Classic me. I couldn't focus unless I had some type of positive or at least a negative something. I was just kind of in the loss. So when they called me, I was really, really, really happy because I just didn't want to wait a whole nother month until I ovulated. I know I at least ovulate every other cycle. So yeah, so I did ovulate. I was very excited about taking my birth control pill. Sounds so funny, me on birth control pill. Like, I've never taken birth control pills. I've been a lesbian my entire life, so I never needed any type of contraceptives. So I'm sure my body is like, oh, why are we taking birth control pills? I thought we were trying to get pregnant. I had this joke that made me laugh about that. So yeah, I've been taking the birth control pill. I don't know if I would call them symptoms or not, but I know I've been getting like headaches after I take it, like later in the evening. I have this, maybe because it's around dinner time. It's kind of different though. This empty feeling in my stomach. So maybe I should take it with food or something solid. I guess I hadn't really read the directions, but so I've been taking Beriva. I guess. Well, yesterday was my second pill, so today I'm going to take it. It'll be my third pill. Let's see. Also, I was very surprised at myself. Matt told me that I needed to take prenatal vitamins. Me being like, trying not to focus on it or whatever, I did just that, and I forgot to order my prenatal vitamins, and I'm thinking, okay, they're prenatal vitamins. Women take prenatal vitamins every single day. So I go and try to find the prenatal vitamins. Nobody in Atlanta has them. Like, you have to order them, and then once I got to a place, I'm like, okay, I'm just going to have to wait till Monday, because I'm freaking out trying to get them that day, because I want everything to be by the book. Even though they're just prenatal vitamins, so I've just been taking my regular multivitamin in the time being. But one pharmacist did tell me, she's like, these are new, they're top of the line. And they realize that babies need DHA, they need more folic than we previously thought, so they basically changed them. The reason why they don't carry these is because most insurance companies believe, what we've been giving women is fine. We'll continue with that, of course. So, I, went ahead and ordered them. They were crazy expensive. They're called OB Complete DAW, and OB Premier Complete DAW. And I literally, I'm gonna have to pay $104 for 30-day supply. My doctor initially wrote it for a 90-day supply. 90-day supply is $270. I was like, oh no, I'll buy them monthly. But I did find a coupon online. I have to go back to that coupon because I found a coupon online for like 35% off. So I need to print that before I go home. So yeah, I'm getting my prenatals on Monday. Pretty excited about that. So I've been trying to work out everything in my head in terms of when I'll be heading back to New York. So I'm looking. When I got to the fertility blog that I read and pay attention to, there's other women that have gone through many. So I was trying to see what their timeline looks like. So we take the Beriva for about 16 days, 14 to 16, I guess, depending on the woman. And then after you finish taking the Beriva, you get an ultrasound. And I seen this one lady, from her ultrasound to her egg retrieval was like 7 days. So I'll be done with the Beriva July the 3rd. And so maybe a week after that, I'll be in New York for my egg retrieval. And I'm totally stoked about it. It feels like time is moving by fast. I'm enjoying it. I'm being patient. I'm not freaking out or anything. So, not that I freak out, but I'm just not freaking out and being pretty patient about everything. So that was pretty good. Let's see, today, let me back up. I've been going to church. I was raised Jehovah's Witness. I've been going to church since 2006, and I found this church that I love, absolutely love. I always take my friends there, my different partners. We've gone there together, and they don't like it initially because the word is good, but it's not really for gay people. It's like they're straight, middle class, African American heterosexuals, and I'm pretty spiritual, more so spiritual than religious, but I understand I need to have a place where I can go and fellowship with like-minded people, or just I just have to have a place to go fellowship. But if I'm not going to church at that current time, I'm still spiritual. So anyway, there's this church in Atlanta called First Metropolitan Community Church. It's 40 years old, and when I tell you, it's like completely gay from what I got, but it was awesome. I really liked it. The word was good. The word was in season, and I feel that it would be a good place to raise kids. There's a large amount of kids that go there with their parents and stuff like that. So it's like GLBT family, and that's what I've been looking for. So maybe an answer to my prayers. I feel like I heard of the church a while ago, but I didn't really look into it. When I was going to this group about women trying to conceive that are GLBT. So I think the people there were members of the church, but I didn't look into it then. So I went today. It was pretty nice. I definitely plan on going back next weekend, and I really love my church, but I may check in every now and again. But I think this is where I'll go to get the baby dedicated, because I'm kind of concerned about that. I know my church, there was on one occasion they dedicated a single. There was a woman, she was a single mother, they dedicated the baby, and they made a point to mention, oh, she's a single mother, and don't judge her because of that. And I'm just like, what? But, I don't want to have to lie and say, okay, well, I'm not a lesbian, I'm just a single mom, and get that whole speech and, whatever. I just don't want to go through that. I want to be able to go to a place where me and my partner can get up there and dedicate our child back to the Lord. There was one other thing. I can't remember. It just came to me, but I can't remember. So yeah, just coming by to check in. I hope everybody is doing great. And for those of you that are waiting for your BF, big fat positive, BPF, excuse me, I think I still got it wrong. BFP. For those of you waiting for your BFPs, um, many blessings to you. Those of you that are still trying to conceive, don't give up. Keep trying. And prayers go out to all of you. I'm looking forward to sharing more of my journey with you. All right, thanks. Oh yeah, one last thing. I guess what I was trying to remember at the end of the video was that we actually had to change donors. We were with International Cryogenics in Michigan. We had a donor there that we liked. So I went to go order the specimen. I'm so glad I didn't order it already. Went to go order the specimen and find out that they don't ship to New York. So we had to go back to the drawing board, and we had to find a cryo bank in New York. And one that we found, actually heard it on a video. Some was a lesbian couple. They used it. It was called Cryo, I think New York Cryo or whatever. But it was an awesome website. Let me think of the name. Cryo International in New York. They offer free pictures for probably 98% of the donors. They offer full profiles. You don't have to pay for profiles and stuff like that. And of course, it's licensed in New York. And there's actually going to be a carrier that takes the specimen to New Hope, and it's only like $75. The vials of sperm, or the vials of cryo, actually start out at like $125. Since we're doing IVF, we can get the cheapest specimen possible, since they actually pick the sperm out. So we've found a guy on there, pretty smart, top 3% in his class, athletic, and adorable baby pictures. For me, it was a little bit. It was like good and bad. It was like with the other donors that we selected, we didn't see baby pictures, so it was kind of like, oh, okay, whatever. We just went off his profile, but actually seeing their pictures, like, it made it a little bit more. For me, difficult, because looks are important, of course. So I'm thinking about, looking at his nose, looking at his head, stuff like that. So that was important for me. We found this really cute donor. He was like Italian and something else. He had blue eyes, adorable, but he was like in the top 80% in his high school class, and I couldn't do it. So it made it a little bit more difficult, but then we did finally agree on someone. I worried for a while, but we agreed on someone, because, for the first donor, my partner and I, we weren't together. I was doing it by myself. So the donor I picked out was exactly what I wanted. The next one, it was kind of like her and I kind of picked it together. The last one, she picked it on her own. I just let her do it, because it was kind of like she wanted a rugby player, so it was kind of narrowed down to 2 rugby players. We went with one. He didn't work for 3 IUIs, so then we went with another one. And we were going to continue with him because he was really, like, freakishly tall. We want a tall, smart boy or girl. So he was really tall, but we couldn't use him anymore. So, yeah, but I was pretty pleased with their selection, their prices, and the quality of their website. So if you're looking for a place to purchase a sperm, and it's also a lot easier than Northwest and a lot easier than Northwest and the Michigan cryo place we went with initially. Like with those, you can't order online or anything like that. So their technology is probably the best I've seen. In terms of the website, you see exactly how many vials are left. You see, exactly the motility of the sperm, everything. So, just more information, cheaper price. So it's where you find, stuff like that. So I thought it was, really cool. So, all right, hopefully, I actually feel with his specimen, that's it. There's going to be no more picking out sperm donors. He is the father of my children. So, pretty pleased with it. He's adorable. Super adorable. So, all right, ladies. Thanks.